we're joining our Bivi bag up. This is one side, this is the front panel of your Bivi bag. 75 crisp packets, 110 centimetres wide, shortest length, or 125 centimetres wide, that's the longest length you should go. 210, that's the shortest, or 225 centimetres,
that's the length,
is the longest. On each panel, your edges you should have 8 to 10 inches, and fuse your window 4 inches on both sides. 8 to 10 inches, 4 inches window, fuse both sides. Top of your Bivi bag, front section, inch and a half. Feet section, about 4 inches. Try not to fuse the whole 4 inches on your feet panel, otherwise you'll find it won't fuse as well when you join them together. So this is your back panel, about an inch and a half, about 4 inches, about 6 inches say, of your back panel, right the way down. And again, you just want to fuse just about an inch coming out of your side panels on both sides. We're going out 6 inches on your back panel. Front and a back panel, 150 crisp packets. So then we want to choose whether or not we want your front panel to have crisp packets on it, or whether you want it to be silver. Place the front panel onto your back panel for now, just to show you how it's going to go. The 2.5 crisp packets for your head area. So now, this is the way we're going to have it. Now we've got to think about your feet. So you want to turn your front panel over and join it to your feet. Now sometimes the crisp packets shrink in different ways, so your front panel and your back panel might be slightly different, just like maybe an inch or a couple of centimetres. It really doesn't matter too much. But what you want to do is you want to have a look how much it's lining up. Like 1.5 crisp packets. And we measure it so that it looks pretty even side. Main thing is that both front and back panels are straight through the top section to the back section. So in the middle here, that this is straight, so we don't want it to twist. And we've got 1.5 crisp packets there, and that it's nice and straight right the way through the bottom there. Now you might have to hold it down a little bit because you're going through 4 bits of plastic and 2 lots of crisp packets. This is where someone's feet would be. Fused fairly well. Use a couple of inches. So all the plastic is fused together nicely. And then the other side, again 1.5 crisp packet. Now it's one piece. Then we want to turn it over. Again, we want to fuse that plastic here, nice and solid. Starting in the middle. Couple of inches at the side. Try not to put too much body weight behind it, because you can stretch the crisp packets too much. Find out which was the front and which was the back. Fold it back together. So we roughly have 2.5 crisp packets at the top of your head. Now we're going to put our stool in as our body. Joining from the feet up to our top. Our back line is our guide. So sometimes your window can be a little bit bigger on one side. Don't worry about that. As long as you use both of your plastics on your window. We're going to fuse the other side now. Sure that you've really got the end fused well. Okay, not going over your back panel. Just an iron width. Going all the way up. You've got a lovely window going on here. Cutting about 2 inches from the edge right the way up. Cutting 2 inches from the edge all the way up. Then we take the stool out and we turn it onto its front. Then we're watching the window so your window doesn't get fused onto your back panel. Push your window out of the way, and again from the bottom fuse and your other side.
Now get in your bag and check your edges. Is there any gaps?
So you can either use a soldering iron, or now I'm using my eyelet machine just to make hole punches, holes, air vents in your Bivi bag. This works actually quite well. Or if you can get a hole puncher maybe in there. And we want, I normally put 3 on each side, so this is going straight through the other side. So 6 holes on each side of your Bivi bag, just so the condensation can come out. Rolling up your Bivi bag. Lots of different ways you can roll up your Bivi bag. I tend to put it on its front, the head over, fold again, fold the feet in, and again, then fold again. Then fold in half. And then roll from the rough edge inwards. The more you do this, the more supple the plastic will become. Less fortunate community carry them around. You could just get a bit of paracord, or you could use a bit of plastic. Tie one side like this, make the handle, with another knot the other side, safety knot maybe. They can make the handle as big as they want then.